This was murder on an unprecedented scale. Anders Behring Breivik, armed with several weapons, embarked on a lengthy shooting spree on a small island which gave many of his victims little chance of escape. It's believed this was his second mass killing of the day. He had apparently driven straight from Oslo, having detonated a massive bomb in the city centre, and posing as a policeman, asked this man for a boat to the island so he could brief people about security.
Was he calm, was he relaxed, or was he tense?
He was really relaxed. There was no stress, nothing. So it was like this was just the thing he usually did, like this was normal for him.
Terrified and traumatized, those who were still alive when the police finally arrested the gunman were brought back to the mainland. Many had extraordinary stories of how close they came to being killed.
We could hear bullets just flying by our ears, seeing people getting hit by bullets, just running next to you. It's chaotic.
Adrian Prakon was shot in the shoulder while pretending he was dead.
I was lying perfectly still and someone fell down right in front of me, so I hid behind the dead person.
How close was he to you?
I could hear him breathe and I could hear his boots when he was walking close by.
At a hotel near the island, survivors and their relatives gathered and clung to each other for comfort. They mourned the loss of their friends and in some cases relived their ordeal for visiting dignitaries. The Prime Minister and Norway's King and Queen heard harrowing stories of what was one of the country's darkest days.
Some of the greatest aspects of Norway has been shown during this crisis. The King, the Queen and I, we have talked with many of the victims, or the relatives to the victims, and we will do whatever we can to give them as much support as possible.
Norwegians are proud of their liberal and tolerant society, but it makes them almost ill-equipped to deal with violence on this scale. The maximum jail sentence for someone convicted of these crimes is only 21 years, and there's going to be as much concern among Norwegians about the prospect of armed soldiers on their streets as the victims of this terrible crime.
The police are still on high alert, though there is no evidence that the killer had accomplices who are still free. One man was arrested for carrying a knife close to the hotel where survivors were recovering. People have been told to avoid the centre of Oslo for now, and they've heeded the advice. The city is quiet, the country is in mourning for the dead and also for their tranquil way of life, forever shattered by one of their own citizens.